The public side of TSA security, the entrance to the ticketing area is now blocked with crime scene tape. The terminal building was evacuated. Police are now limiting access to the area around those entrances. Judy Rawl was at the ticketing area when this all happened. She joins us by phone. First up, Judy, are you okay?
Yes, we are okay. We were frightened, but we are okay physically.
Now, you are traveling with your 9-year-old grandson. Where were you guys headed?
We were headed to Midland.
This is at the Southwest counter, correct? Tell me kind of what happened. Where were you and what did you see?
So we were at the counter checking in, and I was trying to teach him how to check in, and we heard someone yelling, and we looked up and we saw her walking down with guns up, and after talking to someone else, she was upset because her husband had got fired from somewhere and she was going to start shooting us. And then the police came in, and apparently she has been injured, is what I was told.
That the woman has been injured?
Yes, the shooter.
So, and again, I want to kind of put a finer point on some of the things that you just described for us. So one, this is a female that you saw?
Yes.
Was she dressed in any kind of specific way?
She was dressed in all black. And so actually from where we were, we could not tell it was a male or female, but after talking to other people that were closer, they said it was a female.
You also mentioned in your description guns with an S, plural. As far as you know, are you thinking there was more than one gun?
I felt like there was two guns, and she just started shooting. It was so scary.
I know that in a situation like that, it's got to be terrifying. Of course, you're there with your young grandson. Everyone gets kind of frantic in that situation. Any idea how many shots you heard?
I feel like it was from 8 to 12 shots.
8 to 12. And immediately, I would imagine, you just run for cover outside of the building?
Well, we were too far to get outside. Like, I felt like if we ran outside, it would put us more in danger. So everybody just hit the ground and covered their loved one and prayed.
What an incredible situation. So you're now outside of the terminal building, I'm assuming. Are they letting folks back in? What does this mean for air travel today, as far as you know?
Right now, our flight has been delayed 2 hours. And they are letting people in, and people that did not witness anything, they are allowed to go in, and then the ones that have witnessed, they are talking.
So have you been set aside by law enforcement as someone that they perhaps want to talk to get an idea of what you saw?
They took our name and phone number, and after we're done with you, we'll go inside and see if they need anything else from us.
All right, Judy Rawl, we want you to be safe today. We thank you. We're glad to hear that you and your 9-year-old grandson are both doing safe. We appreciate your time with us today. Meantime, DPD saying police public information officer is now on the way. We will, of course, update you on this situation in just a few minutes.
That was Fox 4 there in Dallas there covering that. And we are going to stay on this for you right here on Live Now from Fox. Everybody, let's continue with ground shots that we have here for you. We are expecting a news conference slated for maybe in the next 5 minutes or so. So the early reports here is that a woman was firing shots inside of Love Field there in Dallas. That is the early indication right now. And you can see that we have you covered right here on Live Now from Fox. We just showcased some of the coverage there from Fox 4 in Dallas. They're our partners, and we'll go back to them when they get back on it. But you can see Sky Fox aerials right now showing you high up above, from the airport here. So the very latest right now, early indication there, shots fired from a woman inside of Love Field here, and it seems like the situation now has been under control. Investigation is underway right now to figure out just why this all happened there, but we were just listening to an eyewitness report from inside there as well. And this is, of course, Live Now from Fox as we bring you the top stories, breaking news when it does happen. And we are just keeping a shot here of all of the activity that is happening outside of this airport right here. Obviously, it is the second busiest in Texas there behind Houston. And anytime that there is a shooting, obviously now we live in this world here where shootings seem to happen in crowded places and cause major concern, as they always should. But when you're dealing with an airport where there is a lot of people, you have to deal with everyone that could potentially be a suspect as well when you're trying to figure out everything that is happening with the investigation. You see, you got some people there that were evacuated. This one looks like a traveler that is unsure of what is going to happen next, trying to get the latest details from police here, as well as just how far maybe they got to leave right now the area while this investigation continues right here to play out, all right here for you on Live Now from Fox. Let's go back out to the Sky Fox aerials while we are waiting for more information from the police. They said they would do a quick update in a couple of minutes here, so we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that. But as you can see from the ground here, it looks pretty orderly at this moment. You see already the podium is set up, and the best case here that you're seeing right now is that there are still so many people, police and others around here, and the body language is very good given that there was just a shooting inside of this. And it looks like we could be getting a warning here for a potential news conference that will be happening pretty soon. It looks like other members of the media are getting ready here for that news conference. So let's slide away for a break here so we don't miss anything for you right here on Live Now from Fox, and we'll continue to give you the very latest updates coming up in just moments here on Live Now. the latest there from Fox 4. They went to a quick break. We are staying on it for you right here. We did have a ground shot, but that has froze. We're waiting to try to reestablish a connection here for you, but just wanted to showcase the latest here. The latest news is about 8 to 12 rounds were shot here by a woman here, and you can see that there is more people coming up to the podium. You see the police there that are about to address the media here any moment, and we will give this to you here, right here on Live Now from Fox, and we do have the ground shot now available here to us as well. Police are going to be giving the first update here as shots were fired inside of the Dallas Love Field, causing pandemonium, as you could imagine, anytime you are in a crowded place. And, unfortunately, the world that we are living in right now, you always have to now look of where possible exits are when you are in a crowded place, because you just never know when mayhem may happen. And this is what we are seeing here as travelers had to run for their safety. Not to catch a flight, but to maybe dodge some bullets here. So this is what we are waiting for as police. You could see they're getting their final updates. Looks like the chief is now coming to the podium. We are going to listen right here on Live Now from Fox.
Okay, we're all ready to go? All right, there's just a couple things that I want to start off with. Number one, we're going to tell you the facts as we know it to this point. Not only might they change, they probably will as we look into this investigation even further. But I'm going to tell you what I know at the current time. The second part about it is at this time, we will not be taking any questions until we get all the facts of the case. But today, this morning, at about 10:59, a 37-year-old woman gets dropped off, goes inside near the ticket counters in front of Southwest, goes at one point into a restroom, exits the restroom. Now she's either put some sort of hoodie on or some other different type of clothing than she had when she walked in. At some point, simultaneously, one of our officers is in the area. She produces a handgun and begins firing. At this point, we don't know where exactly the individual was aiming. For the most that we're seeing now, she was aiming at the ceiling. But there was several rounds that are found. Simultaneously, as she's doing that, our officer engages the suspect, strikes her in the lower extremities. She's taken into custody and is currently at Parkland Hospital. No other individuals were injured in this event other than the suspect, who again is at Parkland. That's all we have right now, but we wanted to ensure that our community knows that this is not an active situation. We want to make sure our community knows that there are no other passengers, family members or people in the airport that have been that are victims, and that's what we got at this time. Thank you very much.
Is the airport on lockdown still?
En español a las 10:59 por esta mañana.
All right, that was a very quick update there, but just wanted to give you the very latest here as a woman fired some shots inside. It appears that she was firing near or at the ceiling, and she was later then shot by police there and taken to the hospital. Nobody was injured except for the shooter there. Investigation does continue, and of course we will have more updates throughout the day on this situation here, but the shooting, and there is no more active shooting threat here, so that is the best case scenario right there as police were giving the latest update. You're watching Live Now from Fox, everybody. Let's take another quick 2-minute break right here, giving you always top stories, headlines, and breaking news when it happens.